Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Nina Takesh. This is the Red Elevator, and today we're going to tackle what so many of you have issues with: small bathrooms and how to be optimal with your storage. Don't forget, we've got our vlog channel, guys. If you haven't subscribed, you're missing all the behind the scenes. We'll link that for you in the description section. Let's get started. So your bathroom is about to feel way larger and way bigger with the right storage solutions, and you can maximize every inch of and every corner of your bathroom so that it can not only be efficient, but you can live a clutter-free and organized life. Now let's dive into these genius hacks. By the way, this applies not just to small bathrooms, but to all bathrooms, because don't we want to be efficient? My bathroom, luckily, because I live in California, is enormous, and I've already run out of space. So I am going to be implementing some of these strategies myself, and then I'll share them behind the scenes. If you were watching the vlog, you would be able to see them as well. The psychology of space is important, and that is small spaces drain your energy. A lot of people don't realize that, but you become frustrated. And when you're frustrated, you just cannot live your optimal best life, which is really what my hope is for everyone that watches this channel. Conquering the forgotten spaces, the forgotten rolling cart. This is a game changer. Why? Because it can be mobile. You can take it where you need to go. For example, if it's your makeup or the tools that you need daily, you can roll it out of your bathroom, take it where your vanity may be, and then when you're done, you can roll it back in. And it can be easily tucked away, perhaps in your bathroom, in between a very small space, in between your vanity and your toilet, whatever that looks like. These rolling carts are really helpful. For narrow spaces, corner cabinets can also be life-changing. So most people see a corner as a dead space, but honestly, it's not wasted if you use it to the best of your abilities. And it can also transform an awkward moment into something that is a lot more utilitarian. And why not design it in a way that's very chic? So if you have a lot of wash towels, as I do, you want to roll them and put them in a nice, beautiful manner. So it can be display, but it could also be beautifully displayed, organized, and that will just make your heart flutter when you walk into the bathroom. So creative vertical storage without floor space is really a game changer for those of us with tiny, tiny bathrooms. By occupying the corners, which manually create visual heaviness, corner cabinets actually reduce perceived weight and spatial congestion. By the way, all of these storage solutions that we are suggesting today, we will link below in the description section so you guys can tackle today your bathroom. Just make the decision to live a more organized life. Take the proactive step to declutter your life. Get rid of the old and expired meds and makeup. Smell them. If something smells off, it should go. Definitely makeup, lipstick goes off as well. So if something doesn't smell right, get rid of it. By cleansing and decluttering, it is so cathartic. It is so spiritually cleansing. It really works. So start today. Make the habit of doing this on a regular basis. As you know, a well-organized bathroom, as I mentioned, really makes you feel put together. Well, the same goes for having a floral arrangement, for example, in your home. It just makes me feel always better. We always have floral arrangements, not only in my home, but also for the videos. You guys are always asking me how I create my arrangements, and honestly, I'm self-taught. But to refine my skills, I also use Craftsy. So thank you, Craftsy, for sponsoring this video. It has been so helpful in order to really figure out exactly how to make these arrangements. So Craftsy is your go-to online resource for all things creative. I've mentioned them before because I still can't get over what a great platform they are. And whether it's baking, sewing, painting, whatever it may be, and in my case, floral design, it is spot on. Now, while I was on Craftsy, I also couldn't resist checking out a bake decorating course because, let's be real, I love everything that looks beautiful, and figuring out how to do the icing with the right florals and the frosting and so forth, all of that takes time. And honestly, this is the way to do it. You can learn anything under the sun. Here's the best part. The first 1,000 of you that click the link in the description section get the membership for an entire year for $1.49. I still don't know how that works. I just don't know how that could be profitable, but guys, take advantage of it, okay? So run, run, run. And that's unlimited access to hundreds of expert-led classes.
Valid for new members only.
Back to cabinets. Narrow cabinets, by the way, are also great storage saving solution systems. These specialized units really represent the epitome of compression design. By dramatically increasing height to width ratio, narrow cabinets provide substantial storage volume with minimal horizontal footprint. So the slim profile, as you guys can see, maintains essential movement pathways when utilizing these spaces. And they're tall, they're narrow, they can fit really in any space. And it gives, again, this sort of illusion that you're in a bigger space, believe it or not, and of having higher ceilings. The next is your wall space. We've always talked about the fact that your wall space is an underutilized space for people with small homes and small rooms because the wall space can have a mounted cabinet. So wall mounted cabinets are going to be your best friend when you are thinking about finding storage solutions for your bathroom. It is volume without being too invasive. I love the fact that you can even hang little things below it, such as towels, or maybe add a plant or other objects on top, as you can see in these photos. I particularly love the glass cabinets that have fluted glass so that you don't have to be perfect on the interior, but it is very, very nice to have it. It also gives the illusion of having a bigger space. You are essentially enlarging your space without having to add any square footage. And today, since so many of you asked me, I am wearing an 11/6 cardigan. It is freezing today. And this is the perfect, warm, comfy, non-itchy sweater. I am wearing my absolute favorite jeans. I just love the weight of them. I love how they are baggy and cool. They have this cool effect. These are the DL 1961s. We will link exactly what these jeans are. My new Totem shoes, guys. I am loving these. These are so comfortable. I've only worn them inside the house, which is why I'm walking on the carpet with them, because they're indoor shoes at the moment. I think they might make their way out. They are patent beautiful Totem. I love them. And I am wearing my new belt from Behance. I think it's adorable. Actually, I know it's adorable. And I especially love the width of it. It is not too thick and not too thin and works well with so many different of my trousers. The next must-have are acrylic organizers. I have 10 million of these and I'm always out. I always think, I cannot believe I need another acrylic organizer, but I do. I put them in drawers, I put them on countertops, I put them for my dog's treats and my dog's meds and my own meds, the kids' meds. I mean, you name it, I do it. And it allows visual access to your items. I put them inside of cabinets and I label them, so it makes it really easy. I have one, for example, for body, I have one for hair, and I have one for face. So what happens is my extra products go in these containers, ready to roll and ready to use, so that when I open a cabinet, I don't have to just wonder, is this for my face? Is this for my body? Is this for my, it's too much. So they are all organized and ready to be used. So our brains interpret transparency as openness. And by using clear organizers, you are really tricking your mind into thinking that you have more space. So not only are you tricking your mind, but it's a really perfect way to organize your vanity and to keep things by category. Okay, the next one that I wish I had, that I don't have, but I used to have when I was much younger, are medicine cabinets. They were the greatest thing. And for whatever reason, somebody decided 25 years ago that nobody was allowed to have a medicine cabinet anymore. It just wasn't chic. Well, guess what, guys? As you may know, medicine cabinets have gotten extremely chic these days, and they can be recessed within the wall. They can look just like mirrors and can be beautiful. I'm going to link some from Amazon that I think are very well priced and also quite useful and usable. I am putting them in practically every project now. People are requiring them. Homeowners don't want just beautiful homes. Those days are over. They want beautiful homes that are also very functional and very organized. Now, if you're a renter, don't fret. I will also have wall-mounted medicine cabinets that have details on the sides, meaning some of them come with kits where you can add a mirror side to it. Some of them are already ready to be mounted with a finish on the side so that it doesn't have to be recessed, but it can just be mounted right onto your wall. And guess what? When you move, you can take this with you. If you don't know how to design your bathroom or how to even install this medicine cabinet or which medicine cabinet to choose, fret no more, my dear friends. You could book an easy 20-minute or longer consultation with me on Zoom. Just click the link in the description section. My calendar immediately pops up. Pick a time. Next thing you know, we're on Zoom together. It's been so fun meeting all of you, learning about you. Oh, there's my baby boy. Come here, baby boy. I know, I don't know what that stain is, but I think you are responsible for it. All right, so I have had so much fun meeting every single one of you. You guys are the kindest, most wonderful community, I think, out there. I mean, I hardly ever get anything but love from you guys. So that means a lot. It means we're a very positive community who are uplifting. We uplift one another. We're kind to one another. And I'm just so appreciative to have you guys in my life. And every day I look forward to seeing you on one of my socials. So if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, this would be the time to do it. It means a lot to me, to the team that works here very hard, who really rely on the numbers and give me reports to make sure that we are growing and we are able to give you the best content possible. All right, organization, guys. As I mentioned, the impact of an organized drawer expands beyond just convenience. These drawers, when organized well with storage organization systems, really triple the size of your bathroom, because if you are unorganized in your drawers, you are wasting critical real estate. You are not being efficient. By having these properly configured drawer organizers, that sounds like a tongue twister, you will have a better life. Hence, your organization capacity can literally double. So types of organizers that I love, I mean, this is my kind of episode, guys. If this episode was not for the person who is multi-organized Virgo as I am, I don't know who it's for. It's for a lot of us. So I love the acrylic organizers for drawers, as I mentioned. I also love the stackable drawers for under the sink or cabinets. So that's something that is highly useful, so that you almost have different compartments that you can use while not piling things on top of each other and creating a giant mess. So under your sink is a great place, which a lot of us are underutilizing. Expandable bins, that is also a great thing. If you have very deep drawers, some of us do, and we don't know what to do with the top half, which gets wasted. Well, let me tell you, these expandable bins that go directly on top and sort of hang on the edge of your drawers are a great find. I will definitely be linking all of these. They are a game changer, and you can move them up and down so that you can access the items underneath. Another great item, which I love, are hot tool organizers. Every one of us are using hair dryers, curlers, straighteners, crimpers, for some of us crimpers, that you want to be able to organize them in a way so that you can access them easily. A lot about why I talk about this is that if your things are efficiently organized, your morning routine gets cut down significantly. So you're not looking every 2 seconds for the right brush or the right roller or the right hair tool. It's there where it belongs. You never have to look for something if it's always in the right place. The next few tips are for those of you that are looking for bigger redos or larger spaces. And those are the ones I love. I honestly love imagining new spaces. And for this exercise, we're going to talk about color a little bit. So you want to have light colored walls in a bathroom. But if you want moodiness and if you want Oscar having fun around the house, some of us don't have to work for a living, and that would be Oscar, man. Okay, so if you want the perception of depth, light colored walls, and then your flooring can be darker. It can have a pattern. Patterns on flooring make the room feel a lot more expansive. Now, if you want your room to feel very, very large, what I do recommend that you do is that you put larger tiles. Smaller mosaics can make the room feel a little bit cluttered, and that's truly because you're going to have a lot more grout lines. Although I do love mosaic patterns, I do love mixing marble with mosaics. We're doing a lot of that. Just keep in mind that if it's a very small space, if you overdo it with mosaics, it's going to look heavy. So perhaps what you could do is have a moment of your mosaics where you have grout lines, maybe in the shower so that you have a good grip, but then go for something larger on the actual surface of the floors. Now, opting for slabs, my favorite part. Every home I have designed up until now has always, and I mean without question, has had full slabs in the bathrooms, even secondary bathrooms, because I find it not only more beautiful, but very easy to clean. I mean, you could take a squeegee and clean the entire wall of the bathroom with one wipe versus having grout. So keep that in mind when designing a bathroom. Certain areas that are very prone to getting dirty or that you'd have to clean all the time, like shower walls, I really recommend doing them in a single slab. They just looks clean and fresh. And then you can bring in your mosaics on the floor or perhaps in your shower shampoo niche. Now that's a small area that you can easily clean and have a little bit of contrast between your slab and your shampoo niche. So another way to keep openness in your bathroom is to have glass partitions. I love doing a half glass partition for that reason. I do not like enclosing the entire shower. Now, I understand if you live in a cold climate, if you're in Canada, if you're in Alaska, I understand. If you're in the North Pole, you're going to want an entire enclosure. But if you live in a place like California, Texas, Miami, so forth, having half glass is so much more visually interesting, and it feels more like an openness and open space versus blocking the entire shower off. So if you use a steam unit, however, you will not be able to do this. So if you guys are steamers, unfortunately, you will have a little bit more of a feeling of enclosure. Floating vanities are definitely a way to make a small space or a small bathroom feel much more elongated, much airier. They also have a different vein, a different feel to them altogether. I would say they are much more mid-century than they are traditional. So it really does also depend on your design. If you want to bring in a floating vanity, it can look very clean, but you must always consider your flooring and how that's going to interplay with your floating vanity and what you will place underneath the vanity. You don't want to create a clutter underneath, so perhaps if you need extra storage, you could certainly put baskets with towels, or you could just leave them floating open. Which one of these solutions works for you or you found helpful? I would love to know, because in diving into different topics, I always want to know what resonates with people so that we can even go deeper into those topics. So if there's a topic that you are craving or something that you want to share with regard to this episode, well, do not hold back. I read all of your comments because I get an alert. That's how much I love you guys. And I try and respond to as many as possible. So I love you guys. Thank you for joining me on this episode of The Red Elevator. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again next week on Sunday on this channel.